Okay, so this is the last of all those trees, that ash tree, the 3 trees that were here. All this stuff is too big to fit in the splitter, so I'm going to have to cut some of this down. That I cut, a long time ago before we even thought about getting a splitter. So we got to cut some of this up. Even this stuff here is too big, so we got to cut some of it in half. This I started to get into the splitter. I split some of it off, but I just couldn't get it back in there, so we'll cut some of this one up too. You get kind of the idea. It looks like I'm going to have to get a bigger chainsaw because that one is really too small to cut through some of these logs. And I know some of the oaks are pretty big. So I think we'll go down tomorrow and look for a chainsaw. So let me go hook up the splitter, and we'll split some of the stuff that we have here. Okay, so let me show you the setup that's on here. So I bought this trailer hitch to add to the back of this John Deere lawn tractor. So this thing takes a 2-inch ball, so that's what that is. I need it with a 1/2-inch shank though. I think normally it comes with a 3/4 or 1-inch shank, and it still leaves me access to hook up a trailer. So normally what I do is I'd leave this here on the stand and go get my trailer so I can load wood into it, but I think for today I'm just going to show you, how this works and get a good sense of the log splitting. Then I'll take you over to the wood pile because we did do some stacking of stuff this morning. I managed to get some pallets at the dump I went to, so we'll do a few logs here. I don't really have two big ones. I cut up some more off camera, but we'll try, you know, we'll cut those up because they're smaller. So, all right, so let's do a few logs. Okay, so I think you get the idea of how this works. The only downside I see to this is this down here, because this wedge needs to ride in this groove, and this really gets filled up, you know, with junk, and there's kind of a hole in there. I don't know where is it coming out here? I don't know where it's filling up at, but I thought it was coming out of the bottom. I guess not. And I guess it doesn't. So I'm not sure where that's coming out at, but it's filling this up anyway. The only thing I wish it had is they had an option for a 4-way wedge, but they don't. They don't make one unless some third-party, you know, company makes this wedge. I imagine you can put maybe something out here to make it into a 4-way wedge. But anyway, let's go take a look at the stuff that I've already split, and we'll put this away, and I'll show you the wood pile there. Okay, so here's the wood that we cut out of that so far. So I went down and got some of these fence stakes from Lowe's. Now today we went to the dump landfill thing, and they had tons of pallets, so the guy said we could take some pallets. I was going to use these bed frames, those bed box springs over there, but I don't know that they can hold the weight, but they seem to be holding the weight fine. So over here, I really wasn't worried about stacking it because this is going in the fire pit. So we're going to do two pallets with those on the end. So I got to go down and get some more stakes, because this is basically going to start the oak. Hopefully we'll be able to start the oak by this weekend. And we see we got some space in between everything so it can get some air. So I'm anticipating probably 4 of these 2 pallets for oak. There was just a ton of oak back there. That oak tree was huge compared to this ash tree. So I'll be going down tomorrow and getting some more of those. So. All right, so that's a quick look at you know, that Champion log splitter, if you're in the market for it. It works pretty good. We've only found a couple that it wouldn't split, and that's because they were really big. They were bigger than the 24-inch. Even if you stand it vertically, you can kind of put them on their side and split it and move it all around, but it is kind of a hassle to do that. So let me get in the sun over here. There we go. All right, so don't forget to subscribe. Leave me some comments below. What do you think of this wood splitter? Got a lot of work ahead of us. I want to try to get all this done before winter, but I think the majority of this, I'm going to wait until it's cooler out, because the humidity is like 80% right now, and it's miserable trying to work out here when it's humid like this. So we might just put the rest of this off until the fall. As long as there's no snow on the ground, you know, it should be pretty good. But I think maybe, you know, we're probably going to finish this up maybe in October, November time frame, because we're not going to be able to use any of this wood this year anyway, because it's, you know, it's obviously still wet. Maybe the pine, you know, in the fire pit. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.